This is a video about the psychology of AI, why we trust machines more than humans, even when the machines are wrong, even when your life is on the line. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your brain automatically trusts machine output over your own judgment, the ancient psychological pattern Silicon Valley is exploiting to extract $1 trillion from you, what agency laundering is, and how to recognize when you're doing it, why no technological savior is coming, and why that's actually good news. I spent 30 years as a cinematographer manufacturing trust for Fortune 100 brands and platinum-selling artists. There'll be a bit more about that later. First, a story about a pilot who trusted a screen instead of his own eyes. In 2008, a pilot made a choice. His altimeter said he was climbing. His eyes told him the ground was rushing up to meet him. He chose the screen. He died trusting the instrument over his own senses. Psychologists have a name for what killed him: automation bias. It's a documented cognitive vulnerability, a glitch in the human operating system where the brain automatically assigns higher truth value to machine output than to human judgment, even your own judgment, even when your life depends on it. Right now, Silicon Valley is betting $1 trillion that you have this glitch. Yes, $1 trillion. That's not hyperbole. How do they plan to pull this off? Well, they are building new and greatly improved calculators, sure. Large language models have some amazing capabilities, but no matter how much compute you build, you're not coming out the other side with a god machine that can solve every problem that humanity faces. Instead, they've crafted a compelling mirage, and to make you believe the mirage is real, they're exploiting a backdoor in the human mind, and they're driving a truck through it. Let me show you what's really going on here. I'm Julian Whatley. For 30 years, I worked as a visual engineer, a maker of mirages for the world's biggest brands and platinum-selling bands. My job was to manufacture trust, to use light, lens, and frame to bypass your critical faculties and make you experience a constructed truth. Commercials and music videos with billions of views. I know the tricks. Now I want to show you how to see through the marketing mirage so you don't get manipulated by it. That's my goal with this channel. In this series, we've already proven that physics has hit its limits. We've shown the cloud is actually concrete. We've exposed the prophets. Today we face what might be the hardest question. Why do we keep falling for the hype? Why, despite the hallucinations, the errors, and the data breaches, are we so eager to hand over our writing, our legal decisions, even our medical diagnoses to algorithms? To answer this, we need to look at an ancient pattern, a mechanism that has crashed civilizations before. 3,000 years ago. Yeah, it's been a while. A group of people stood at the base of a mountain. Their leader had gone up to receive instructions from a power beyond their understanding. They waited and waited, and then they couldn't wait anymore. They melted down their gold, they forged it into a calf, and they bowed down to something they had made with their own hands, because the uncertainty was unbearable, and they needed something to worship. This is the story of every human civilization, and it's playing out again right now in Silicon Valley. Here's the psychological translation. When complexity exceeds our capacity to process it, the human brain panics. We experience cognitive overload. To relieve that pressure, we look for an external object to take the wheel. We don't build idols because we're stupid. We build them because we're overwhelmed. The vulnerability I've exploited professionally is the same vulnerability the tech industry is exploiting now. It's the same vulnerability the golden calf exploited 3 millennia ago. It's not a bug in human psychology, it's a feature. And until we name it, we can't overcome it. This isn't about monotheism versus polytheism. It's about a deeper pattern, the compulsion to outsource agency to an external object of worship. Today, we're melting down a different kind of gold. We're smelting our data, our words, our images, our knowledge, our art into the furnace of the GPU cluster to forge a new deity. And the driving force isn't just utility, it's psychological relief. Modern life is overwhelming. We're drowning in choices, in information, in complexity. Global warming, economic instability, political chaos. The human CPU is overloaded. We crave something smarter than us to take the wheel. Here's what's really happening when we ask ChatGPT to write our wedding vows, when a judge uses an algorithm to determine sentencings, when a military relies on AI for target selection. We're not just seeking efficiency, we're engaging in what I call agency laundering. We're transferring the burden of moral choice to the machine. If the decision goes wrong, if the vows are hollow, if the prisoner is wrongly sentenced, if the civilian is killed, we can point back to the black box and say, the AI decided, not me. It's the ultimate absolution, and it's exactly what the golden calf offered the Israelites: relief from the unbearable weight of freedom. Deus ex machina, literally, God from the machine. In Greek theater, it was a cheat. A god drops from a crane to solve everything. For 50 years, we've been waiting for technology to be our Deus ex machina. Global warming? Some future technology will fix it. Inequality? Abundance will make it irrelevant. Meaning, we'll upload to the cloud and live forever. The waiting has become its own strategy. As long as salvation is coming, we don't have to make hard choices now. But the research is clear. The physics is clear. What this series has demonstrated is clear. No God is coming from the machine. There is no AGI savior waiting in the data center. There is no Mars colony that will give humanity a fresh start. There is no technological escape hatch from the converging crises of the 21st century. We are stuck with the Earth we have. It's not disposable. We are stuck with the bodies we have. We are stuck with the physical laws we're bound by. I know this might sound like despair, but here's what I've learned. Despair and liberation are separated by a single realization. Despair says, nothing can save us, so nothing matters. Liberation says, nothing is coming to save us, so we matter. Our choices matter. Our actions matter. The death of the Deus ex machina is the birth of human responsibility, a remembrance of human agency. If we're not going to be saved by superintelligent AI, sorry to harsh your mellow on that one, what do we do? Here's what the self-styled prophets don't want you to realize. AGI already exists. It's been here for, 200,000 years. I'm talking about actual general intelligence, the kind you're using right now to evaluate what I'm saying. The kind that invented language, built civilizations, wrote symphonies, and yes, created these large language models in the first place. The machines didn't dream themselves into existence. Human minds did that. So instead of asking ChatGPT to write your cover letter, you sit with the discomfort of not knowing what to say, and you discover what you actually want. That's your general intelligence working. The machine can help you refine it, expand it, pressure test it. That's what these tools are actually good for, not replacing your cognition, but amplifying it. A bionic brain, not a substitute soul. Here's the frame I want you to hold. Artificial general intelligence, the God machine they're promising, is a reflection of the moon. Humanity's actual general intelligence is the moon itself. They're selling you the reflection and telling you it's brighter than the source.
Step right up, folks, and behold the future. Witness the majesty of the digital age, right here, right now.
We'll go much deeper on this in future videos. For now, just know the intelligence you're waiting for, you already have it. We've exposed the psychology, the ancient glitch that makes us build golden calves and outsource our agency to external saviors. We've seen how the tech prophets exploit this vulnerability with salvation narratives that bypass critical thought. But here's what we haven't yet addressed. Who benefits? Because the theology isn't just about belief, it's about power. It's about constructing a new economic order beneath the religious rhetoric. In the next video, we're going to pull back the curtain on something called Techno-Feudalism. No, it's not something you take ecstasy before you indulge in. It's how Silicon Valley has built a system where they don't just sell you products, they own the terrain on which all economic activity occurs. We'll examine how the cloud isn't a service, it's a fiefdom, and you're not a customer, you're a serf. We'll look at how the 30% cut Apple and Google take from every transaction isn't profit from innovation, it's rent from ownership. We'll expose what economist Yanis Varoufakis calls the cloudalists, and why the feudal lord of the 21st century doesn't need a castle, he needs a platform. The theology justifies the extraction, but the extraction is the point. Subscribe now. The political economy of the machine is next. And thanks for watching. If this video helped you see the psychology beneath the hype, share it with someone who's still waiting for the singularity to save them. I'm Julian Whatley, and remember, the golden calf wasn't just a spiritual failure, it was a transaction. Someone always profits from your worship.